ladies. I'm winding down from a crazy day, and gluing always does that for me. So I'm going to glue. And I figure you guys are probably at sales all day long, and you're probably brain dead from all the sales. I'm guessing. I don't know. Hi, Gail. Yay! Gail made it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Betty showed her face before the end. Amazing. I worked on I promised I wasn't going to do it on my live anymore, but I did work on a little bit of my fish yesterday. I know you guys are sick and tired of looking at the fish, but I had fun playing with it. And it got really toasty here today. Very toasty. I think it was like 91. So needless to say, I got a lot of eco printing done today. They got all dried up and cool. I did about 2 or 3. Now I forget. Can't remember if I did 2 or 3 different dye baths, but I did several. Oops, what's that? Several bundles. This looks like she should be in that car, don't you think? It says, yeah, that's what it says to me. Oh, thank you, Jean. I've made several of them and they sell right away. And so I'm just taking orders at this point. And because I just put, I forget how many in just the other day, and they're all gone. Oh, that's all black. So I don't want that on there. I need a white page. They're gone. So I'm taking orders, and I make them up real fast. I think this is like, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it looks to me like she's a flapper with whatever's on her head. I don't even know if it's a girl or I don't know. You know how some of these photographers are. It's like, okay, what is that? What is that? Oh boy, here I am. Now, you guys know I went over to Google and downloaded that little thingamajigger where you can see the people's what am I trying to say? Their channels. Remember how we were kind of blocked out from that? But all of your names are in this fluorescent green. And then my peripheral vision, I see that green just going up. It's like, whoa. Makes me a little dizzy. A little dizzy. Now, sometimes I cut things out and then I don't end up putting it where I thought I was going to put it. This might be the case, but let's try it anyway. I'm on. Oh, Michelle, I got to double check, Michelle, if I already have yours. I got to double check if yours is already gone or if yours is one of the ones on that I'm just finishing up. I got to double check that. I'm afraid if I go in my computer and check right now, I'll lose everybody. I can't do too many things at one time. I'm surprised I go live. Yeah, Elizabeth, somebody told me I could change the setting, and I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to do, where, oh. Oh, well, thank you. If you guys are interested in one of those, if you have my email, you can email me. If you're familiar with my Etsy shop, you can send me a message there, and then I'll put you on the list. Either way, whatever's more comfortable for you guys. See, the shape of this vehicle is getting lost, right? You guys probably can't even see the shape of it. It's even hard for me to see. Okay, there's the back bumper, and then that goes up like that somehow. And there's the running board. It's also dark. Anyway, some of you know the setup here of my studio. I have a shotgun house that's right next door to my home, and that is my studio. And between my studio and the house is what I call my area. I got a fence that separates it from the main yard so that my dogs can't get into this immediate area, because that's right. I put my papers out there. To dry my eco printing, and I plant plants so that I can use for my dyeing. So it's it's what I call the dog free zone. Well, there's this bunny. I call him Bunny because I haven't given him a name yet. But there's this bunny. There's rabbits that I think they crawl underneath this house, and every year, we get a crop. But this particular season, there's this one who never ventured off. He has stayed in the yard from day one, and he's the last one that hasn't ventured off anywhere. I can't see what I'm cutting. It's so dark. And he's just so cute. And every morning that I open up the curtain in my bedroom, because my bedroom faces that garden area over here. If you look out my bedroom window, you see my little studio. So every morning I open up the drapes in the bedroom, and in the exact same spot underneath one of the trees is Mr. Bunny. Every morning he's there, chomp, chomp, chomp on the little grass, the fresh grass that's growing. He's just chomping away. And he's gotten so used to me now that the other day, I always go, because he stays in this one little section, because he's, even though the dogs can't come in, he feels he's real protected behind this one little section where I have some potted plants and stuff. And so he hangs out in the grass underneath the tree behind those pots. And I didn't see him in the morning. So, of course, I got worried. And so when I came over to the studio, I went over to that area, and I'm talking, so he won't get frightened if he is there somewhere. And I'm going, "Where are you, Mr. Bunny? I hope nobody ate you. Where are you?" I almost stepped on him. He didn't move. I was looking for him to be in his spot, and he was over a little bit, munching on some weeds. And I go, "Oh my gosh, I almost stepped." He didn't even move. He knows me already. Good thing he didn't move because then I would have felt bad if he ran over into the other yard and my dog got him. So so anyway, so it's been like I said, it was really, really hot today. So I told my husband, I said, you know what? In the morning, there's always dew on the grass and stuff. And so he probably gets his water that way. But I better put a little dish out there for these hot days so he has some water so that he's not tempted to go look for water and then chomp chomp, my dog's got him. So now I've got him a little dish out there, very shallow. It's only about an inch deep, and now he can have his little water. And I had put some cabbage out there the other day just so he doesn't have to eat the lawn all the time. And he was munching on it the other day. So I hate getting attached to wild animals because you know what can happen. I dread it every morning. I open up the drapes and I go, "Oh my gosh, he's still there." Okay. Now I'm not sure if this is way like too much black, 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 and black. I need to do something else in the background, and I haven't quite figured it out yet. Although I do have, let's see, what did I do with that tissue paper? I had some that had a little bit of writing on it. Where is it? I think I managed to put it away. Shame on me. Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. I have two different ones. Oh, well, one's a little more on the creamy side, but oh well, it's my book. I can put a little bit of cream in there if I want to. It's my book. Oh, but it still looks black and white. Yeah, it'll work. It'll work. So anyway, I got to get my little bunny a name instead of calling him Bunny. And then earlier, my husband was over here, and somehow a wasp got into the house. I've been noticing over on the other porch of the main house that there's been buzzing around, and every year we have a problem. They try to, build a nest in the eaves and things like that. So I've always got a spray. But so anyway, a wasp came in the house in my studio, and I think when guys get older, they get soft. And I think when we get older, we get like not as sentimental as we used to be because the wasp is in here and he's buzzing us and everything. I'm trying to get something to whack that wasp, and the wasp goes over and it's over on the window. And so I said, "Oh, great, great. I'm going to get something and whack him." So I go to get something that won't break the window, obviously. And meanwhile, my husband goes, "Well, I can just open the window so he can get out." I said, "Why do you want to let him out?" He didn't want me to smash him. I think in the old days, I probably would have done the same thing. I'd have let him out. But hey. And there's my husband going, "Oh, don't you think we could like let him out?" No. Oh dear. That's just the way it is. Yeah, that is kind of cream, but I don't care. That's what I say. Whack that thing. Whack that thing. Get it out of here. Now, I do have a soft spot for Mr. Bunny. That I have to admit. So I can't be too hard on my husband, but But there's a big difference between a bunny and a wasp. I'm sorry. I think anybody can agree with that. And then he made up the excuse. He goes, well, I didn't want you to hit him, and then he'd get mad, and then he'd bite us. I'm going, please, what a reason. What a reason. Give me a break. Oh my gosh. But it's funny. I think like the older I get, the more I see. I think if you're married to a person long enough or with a person long enough, you really start to see how your roles in your relationship start to shift. And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And it's in ways you probably didn't anticipate, Now, we didn't ever have children, but I'm sure that really manifests itself with children and grandchildren, the shifting of, of the roles and stuff like that. I'm sure it happens. I mean, if it happens with my animals, I know it's happening with the children. I just know that. I'm smart enough to know that. Okay, look at this yummy paper. No, you guys can't have any. Because I can't get it anymore. And I'm stingy. I'm stingy. If I knew where to get it, I would share. Other scissors. Okay, who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Oh, is Johnny here? Let me see. Johnny, what time is your sale on Wednesday? I'm not asking you to advertise. I'm asking you for other reasons. Now, see, she could go for French. She could actually look like she just came from the Louvre. What do you guys think? And see, I might switch it up. And then she's looking at the art. Oh, yeah, that looks better than the car. That's better. Wednesday at 3. Okay, because I'm going to come on Wednesday night. Now, normally when we do the kits, let me explain this. Those of you that are new to purchasing the caboodles, normally we start the tutorials on the second Wednesday. I've been doing that since we began in January. I want to show you how to age those papers. I want to do that tutorial on the first Wednesday. So we'll do that on Wednesday whenever Johnny gets off, or we'll just knock her off at 7 Central. Oh, she's asleep by 8 anyway, so she'll be off before 7 Central. And so what I want to do is show you how I aged those papers. That way you have time to do it before we actually start working on it the following Wednesday. And that way you guys are ready to start playing instead of going, oh, I still have to do my papers and, complain. So that's what we'll do. Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month, which is this coming Wednesday. And so not to get confused, that because somebody had said, oh, are we going to eco dye the paper? No, I'm not, we're not eco dyeing in the sense that you're saying, with the plants and all that stuff, but we are going to really grunge up. I call it more grunging up the papers. So you need to have a pan. I personally use a, what do you call that? Not a roasting pan. Maybe it is. All I know is that my grandmother used to make, like a flat sheet cake in it. It's about, 2.5 inches tall, and it's about, 14 by 10 or something like that. You know what I mean. But, use whatever you have. But it's best if it's big enough for you to lay a regular piece of paper in it. And if you can't, no big deal. You can always fold it. So, don't feel you can't do it if you don't have something that big. And make sure that you can dedicate this just um to your art projects. Give it up from the kitchen. Relinquish it from being used for cooking. Because once we start messing around with it, you don't want to be putting food in there. Ooh, decor. Oh, I think this is going to look cute. I like this already. Okay. I like where this is going. All right. So get that together. And then, and the last of the kits will be going out on Monday. They're already all packed and ready to go. The ones that got the very last ones. So that'll go out on Monday, and then you'll get them in plenty of time. If you aren't able to play along on Wednesday, you'll still get all the information of what to do to your papers, and you'll have them all ready for the second Wednesday of the month. Ready to go. Ready to go. And in the interim, I'm always around. You can find me somewhere. And if you have any questions about it. All right, I think I'm going to put her there for sure. But I think I want one of these behind her. I think. Maybe. And then, now I have not played with my little, it's kind of chunky, mason jar little cooking journal. And somebody bought one of the kits the other day, and it made me think about wanting to play with it again and bring that out. Maybe we'll do that someday because I think it's so fun. Maybe I need to cut that and cut. I think so. It's a cute little kit. I don't have hardly any left, but it's still fun. And I thought maybe we could make one just together. And you could do stuff with stuff that you have on your own. Okay, maybe that's the way. Maybe that's the way. Okay, I like that. Where do we go for industrial book stuff? I have my kit? Is there a group? Is there a group? I do have a group just for the caboodle kits, and we post pictures and steal ideas from each other. Because there are some people on there that are made such cool stuff, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I have to steal that idea. It is so cool. Who's here that can put the link? You know me, I'm not going to be able to do that. You know, Johnny, I think you need to take a nap or something because I told you I got all that stuff. I forget when I told you. When we were together, I think. I don't remember. I told you. Johnny needs a nap. Okay, let me look up. I haven't been looking up. Can you, yeah, Susan, can you please put up a link to the group so that those that are interested in joining the Caboodle group can go over there, and then, you know, it's easier also if you have questions and stuff, you know, you can post them there. You can post pictures of your stuff. All that kind of good stuff. Thank you. Okay, I think I'll put that right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I got some really cool papers from Johnny. Really cool papers. Who broke a toe? I don't know, you guys. I have enough trouble keeping up with my bunny, okay? Uh-oh, where'd it go? Uh-oh. Underneath there. Okay, so glue time. But I think I've only got one more page to do on the funky fish. I was rocking and rolling yesterday. I got 2 or 3 done because I wanted it done before I started the next one, right? Because That one is a little more involved, and it isn't like you just like pick it up and start all over again. Or at least not for me. When I do those kind, um, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I need to get them done. Oops. Oh, his paper's too thin. I can't get it where I want it. Yay! Okay. Whatever you want to do. Put this. Does she need red? Yeah, she does. She doesn't have any. She ain't got none. So let's put her down first, I guess. Then I'll figure out what words, if any. Hey, watch, don't glue down there. What words, if any, I want to put. I made fish for supper. Boy, my dogs, they all wanted the fish. They were like crazy guys. Let's see. I hate cutting out little stuff. I'm not a fussy cutter. I'm a sloppy cutter. Now there's several people's hands there. I got to figure out which ones are hers and which is the ones I'm trying to cut out. I hope I don't cut out the wrong arms and wrong legs. It's all kind of dark. Oh, I got the right legs so far. Oops. Okay, now which one's hers? Hers is right there. Here we go. As soon as I turn it upside down, I'm going to chop off her arm. I know it. Where is? Oh, there's always glue, right? There's always glue. And usually when I do like something that's really kind of fussy, it goes real well. And then right at the very end, you know, I cut the head off or something. Oh my gosh. I'm getting hot. I'm making myself nervous. I got to get that little part out though, or else you won't know that's her arm. Oh my gosh. Here we go. All this agony for a oh no, for a glue book. Oh, but now you can't see her thumb. It looks like her foot. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Why I cut her out, I have no idea, but I thought she needed to be there. It just spoke to me. And maybe I need to find something for her to be tap dancing on. Let's find her something to be dancing on. Just can't be dancing up in the air doing nothing. Oh. Okay, Well, now she covered that up, though. Oh, dear. We might have to have a whole new page just for her because now she's covering up. Oh, dear. See, this happens a lot. This happens a lot. She might have to go over here somewhere. Yeah. She looks like she'd be kind of like the hummingbird type girl. Let's see. Oh, no. She looks like she'd be dancing with that guy, doesn't she? Oh, I wish there was room. They should be together. Or maybe they... Oh, my goodness. Do you see the dilemmas I get myself into? Okay. I totally distracted myself now. Okay. Oh, here we go. They all look like they should be together. Yeah, they belong together. Most definitely. Okay. Well, now we have that page. We don't have the page I wanted to work on done, but we're going to have this one done pretty soon. See, when you're working on your glue book, you must be very flexible because things happen. Things happen. Okay, there she is, dancing up those stairs like she thinks she's Ginger Rogers. Okay, so now. Oops. You need to have a little bit of grounding. Okay, I like that. He looks a little sad. We'll just leave that for now. Doesn't mean it's done. It's just done for now. Okay, now where's the page we were supposed to be doing? Oops. Hey. Okay, here we go. Ta-da. So now let's see. Maybe we need a little postage mark. Yeah, that needs to go right there. I'll put that over here. Put that there. Oopsie. Don't worry, that dries clear. It doesn't stay purple. Okay, we're getting there. We're not there, but we're getting there. Uh-oh. I'm going to cut that. After I cut that, I'm going to actually look up and see what you guys are talking about. Because you know I haven't looked up yet. I'm getting hot again. I actually had to turn the air on today. I had it off all day long because I actually like it a little bit on the warm side. But by the time it got to be like 8 o'clock, the breeze stopped and it just got really stuffy in here. Oh, see, I like that. I like how that looks. Oh my goodness. Oh, I like it. What do you guys think? I like it so far. And you know, I'm never really done. You know, I might come back 2 weeks from now and put something else on there. But so far, I like how it looks. Oh. What am I no clue about? Why is Rosemary adding Dracula to that page? Oh my. Dracula? I have no idea. I don't even want to know. Don't even want to know. Dracula. There's no accounting for some people's taste. All right. So now I got the truck that's already cut out, but now I'm not sure what I want to do with him. So I'm not sure. When I'm not sure, I just don't do nothing. So let's see if anything else says, glue me, glue me. That was what was left over from the door. I like some of that stuff. Oh, I like this picture. I like this a lot. It's got birds. It's got bugs. It's got writing. It's got art. Oh, it's got everything yummy. I'm just going to glue that down somewhere and then figure out later what I'm going to do with it because I don't want to forget about it. I really like it. And that kind of, see, she's kind of truncated. Trunk, plants, flowers. Do you guys see the connection? That's okay if you don't. It's okay if you don't. So I need to cut that right under America. See, even if I don't have a plan, I just fake the plan. And if I say it with confidence, some people might believe me. So that's all art is anyway, right? A bunch of baloney. Do you see that? No. Oh, well, you don't have a very sophisticated eye, then, do you? It's not there. That's why I don't see it. Okay, let me glue that down. See, snobby artists try to make you feel that you're stupid. If you don't see what they see, you must be an idiot. Uh-oh. I hear the dogs outside. I have to go check and make sure nobody's in any trouble or if they're just howling. They howl when the fire engines come. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, that's the fire engine howls. They're having fun. Nobody's in trouble. Okay. All right, so that's done for another day. Maybe one of these words need to go down here. But see, you got the water theme going here. The lake, the water. He's got an umbrella that's just not working. Water theme. I don't think I have anything for the water. I was going to save this for, well, maybe I should save it. I better. This is, I'm collecting, if anybody has any pictures from magazines that show doorways, archways, windows, anything architectural that has, pretty shapes to them. Please, pretty please, save them for me. Start a little pile. I want to do a journal just with openings to buildings or openings into corridors, or you get my drift, right? Stuff like this. Stuff like that. So I don't want to use that. I want to save that for my other journal, my other blue book. Yeah, stuff like this. See? Architectural stuff. Okay, let's see where we can put these cutie pies. Maybe here, next to the elephants. I don't know. Only black and white. I love architectural. Oh, when it comes to the architectural stuff, no, it does not have to be black and white. It's going to be for a different journal. So anything will do. And if I, want to modify it, I can always, tea dye it or do something if I want to age it or change the color or, do something to modify it. But no, it does not have to be black and white. See, that could be her all grown up. She left her tradition and her heritage for Gucci. Hey, yeah, that's a good story. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to the story. Those of you that have been around long enough, I have to have a story or it doesn't work for me. And I guess not everybody can work that way because I've got what I think is a super cool thing going on in my other group. And people, I think, are afraid of it. All we have to do, to me, it seems so simple. We're following a basic storyline. And all we have to do is write a little postcard. And then the other swap is we write a 1-page letter in response to our postcard. And it's following this theme, and we're decorating the letters, and we're decorating the postcards, and we're decorating the envelopes. And it's this theme. And I've got people that are joining, and the same ones are joining it over and over again. But it's a relatively small group of people compared to my other swaps that I host. So I realized that people don't like to think and do art. I think they only like to do one or the other. And if you combine them, they don't know what to do. That's my conclusion. I could be wrong. But that's kind of sort of the conclusion I'm coming to. You throw them for a loop if you make them think. It's like they can't glue and think at the same time. Amazing. I love this picture. It's this guy. He's got a bunch of toys and he has these balloons, and it looks like it's from by the cars. It looks like it's 20s, 30s, something like that. It's just It tells volume, but not tea because it's hot. I'm gonna go get me some of my hibiscus, my cool hibiscus tea. You guys, tell me what the story is. I'll be right back. Did anybody come up with a story? It's supposed to be the story between these two pages. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Okay. Let me start tearing. I'll just keep you guys working with your with your own thoughts. Now I like the number. I gotta save the number and put it somewhere. Angie, where's Angie? So the woman is trying to be sneaky and not see the surprise her. Oh, cute. I like that, Angie. Wrong, but I like the idea. The best idea up there for the night, for sure. I think my doggy's upset with me. I forgot to go get his heartworm medication this morning. Now he has to wait until Monday. He doesn't like to eat it anyway, but everybody else got theirs except for him. He's a smaller dog, so he takes a different dosage. And he's looking like, hey, what's the treat everybody's getting? Little does he know he doesn't like to take it. $58. He feels cheated. I know, huh? But then if I try to give it to him, he just gets mad at me and doesn't want to eat it. So it doesn't matter what we do, he wants to spit it out. Maybe that goes right there. That could be the page number right there. Oh, that looks kind of cool. 58. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. He's going there for sure because I know what the story is, but Oh, here's another truck that could have gone with the car. Where did the car go? I forgot I had cut that out. Hmm. Hmm. See, this would have gone, but there's no room. That would have gone. This is too big, and I have to keep everything that's in that picture, so it won't work. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there she is. Oh, I glued it down already. Oh, that's the other page. It doesn't even fit there. Holy moly. I want her feet showing. That's part of her story. Okay, here we go. Massacring it. I didn't want to do this, but okay, at least her feet still show. That's good. I like that. I like that. Okay, glue time. I need a little thicker glue for that. Uh-oh. I know I still have some. Uh-oh. Okay. I got another one somewhere. I might have to use this. Lately, none of my glues are coming out. I don't know why. You would think with the warmer weather, they'd be softer and they'd all be just gushing out. So I don't know what's going on. I just don't know. All right. Now, so I don't make the same mistake. Where is the end of that one? Okay. Oh, see, perfect. There's your little foot. Don't want to lose the little foot. Perfect. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Okay. That's definitely done. No more to this one. Can't want it to glue down to anything. All righty. Have we gotten any done from the beginning? Have we just been fixing old ones? Okay, so we got this one. Oh, almost lost it. I better glue this down now before I lose it. I'll lose it for sure because I almost lost it. Oh, how cool is that? 58, 59. That calls for da-da, something different. Da-da. That calls for a big hole. Okay. Hey, stand in my way. See, sometimes other things dictate what you're going to do. Sometimes you think you're in charge, but nope. The stuff is in charge. Don't ever forget that. You don't tell the art what to do. It tells you what to do. As soon as you want to tell it, that's when you go, oh, I just can't, I don't know what to do. I just don't inspired. No, you're trying to dictate. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, so now we got 59 and 58. Hello. Okay, I'm so happy now. I'll just leave that right there. Leave that dangling because you never know. I might add something later. Now let's put this guy down. These won't be done, but they'll be ready for when I figure out what I really want to do with them at the end. But I know they're going there, so I might as well not fight it and just put it there. Hey, Anne. Oh, my goodness, people. Anne, you should see Anne's book. It is so freaking cool. If you guys are in the group, you need to go look at her book. Freaked me out. I had to look at it like 4 or 5 times. Nothing mechanical here, Anne. We're just gluing black and white. Telling a story. Some people are reading the story. Some people are still learning how to read stories. And some people don't want to see a story, and that's okay too. That's fine. Nobody has to see them. All right, so you know how people lie about their age. She's just not quite sure if she wants to commit to being born in 59 or 58. But with those eyebrows, whoo-hoo, that makeup, you kind of sort of already know. Watch it. Get back in there, girl. Okay. Woohoo. All right. What else are we doing? What time is it? Holy moly, it's already 11. Okay. What else are we going to do? Well, hey, we do have a car there and a car there. If we're pressed to put it somewhere, You've always got a place to put it. They could be both be parked at the movies. Different era, but it might have been a night where people came out and brought their, older vehicles out. That might be a plan, but it's not speaking to me. So I don't know. Maybe it's done speaking to me. I can only do so many a night because then it's like I have to look for more pictures. Ooh, let's see what we have something for here. Howl at the moon. How more appropriate could that be? Don't they look like they're howling at the moon? And if they aren't, they should be. I don't know that. That might say something right there. Uh-huh. No, it's not telling the right story. Wrong story. Sorry. Oh. You know why there was a bunch of howling. Woohoo. Okay. That's a little too bright. Although, it's definitely telling a story. I don't want that blue on there. This is from a different project, so I got to get that off of there. Find something to go there. Don't want that. Let's see, what are we going to put there? See, that looks better already. Got the little tree. That should go there. And then I'd have to tone it down with something. Okay. What you looking at? Okay. Let's see. I need to tear out from some other magazines. I'm running low. Oh, maybe that color's better. Oh, same color. Never mind. That's funny. O'Keefe. I don't think I want O'Keefe there. Okay. Where is my thingamajigger? I'm just going to cut off some of this black from here because I don't need it for this photograph necessarily. She's cute just the way she is right there. And we will put some of this here, some of that there. And I think it works. Okay. Yeah, I think it works. So you can put that right there. I don't want the white. I don't want the white. All right, so let's put that down. Where's my glue page? Where's my glue paper? There we go. I think it's sticking to things. That right there so I know where it's going. That's going to go there. That's going to go underneath that. Oops. And this is kind of thick. I think I'll get some of my tape, put that down. And or I like that better. And then I'm going to tone it down. I'm not going to leave it that bright. So let's glue that down first. want it to lap over a little bit. I want it to be part of that page. Okay. And then I want to get my tape, my world famous tape. I've been using that stuff up. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I've been using it a lot on that altered book. Look, you guys remember how big that was? What is it, like half the size now? Oops. Oopsie. Oopsie. Let me get this. Come on, you sticky paper. Come on, you sticky stuff. You guys can take a coffee break now. See the paper that it's on, it's handmade paper, so it's like it's lifting every time I tug at this. This does not work well on handmade paper. Do not try this on handmade paper. It just literally lifts up the top layer of the paper. But it's so thick, I didn't want to rely on just the regular glue. Okay, finally. Okie dokie. I'll tone that down. Next time we're together, you'll see. I'm going to tone it down a little bit. That's a little too wacky doodle for me. So I'll get toned down a little bit. Anyway, so did we get any pages done completely? Okay, we got that one page done. That's done. What else did we do? Oh, I got him on there, but that's not done. I got this one on there. That one's probably done. I kind of like that one, just the way it is. It's got a nice balance to it, and it tells, at least for me, it tells a story. So I'm happy about that. And what else did we do? I thought there was another one we did. Oh, it's not done either, but I like it. And the story, oh, I have to put, oh, what happened to the loop? I guess I have to cut another one out. Well, it could be anything, right? But no, I want the loop anyway. So that's her going. That's her going to the museum, and that's the doorway to the museum, and that's part of the art in the loop. And she comes from England. She's got British postage, so somebody sent her a letter while she was in France. Don't forget it. That's part of the story. Okay, so we got the trunk and the trunk. Oh, yeah, we got the trunk and the trunk. Oh, we got a few down. I was thinking we didn't get none, but we got quite a few down. It's just that I finished up some pages instead of starting from scratch so much. That's okay. That's good. All right. So if you've ever wondered what the heck am I going to do with a black and white glue book, this is what you do. You find black and white stuff and you glue. And I always have to have my red somewhere, not on every page, but somewhere. Ta-da! I have my my funky fish drawing. Let me show you what I've gotten. Oh, and she has a little. Oh, and this was pre-COVID. I put her on there with the mask. I was looking at it the other day and I go, oh my goodness. That was pre. There she is. But she has hope. She's got a little red flower in her hand. And her little Mickey Mouse badge. She's hoping that Disneyland will open again. See the story? There's always a story. Okay. So let me get this out of the way. Let me put all this stuff together so it's all in one place when I come back to play. Oops, that's a little big. And I have this ice cream bucket. I keep all of my black and white stuff that I'm playing with at the time. Keep it all in there. The smaller pieces, you know, that I might end up using, that I cut off of my other pages that I'm working on. Don't throw anything away until you're done. You never know. You go, oh man, if I'd kept that little piece, it'd have been perfect. So what I have to learn now is when I'm done with the journal, I really, seriously, I need to get rid of everything associated with it. You know, all the little pieces, parts, because, you know, they'll drive you crazy. You'll always have pieces, parts left over from every journal if you don't. And that's what's hard for me to do. So I gotta get with it and do it. Although when it comes to black and white, I like doing them, so I might keep that stuff because I've done several of them already and I enjoy doing them. So, but then when I sell them, I put in a bunch of stuff which is helpful to me. I put in a bunch of black and white stuff to start you off with for gluing. So hopefully, you know, it helps you and it helps me to feel that it's going to be used in another journal. Okay, so she is all set for tonight. And I was going, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. It's gotten pretty chunky, guys. I don't mind telling you. Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess I should look how. Like my. Oh, what's a cute way to stuff your straw? You just saw what I did. It's in a little ice cream thing. What's the cover made? The cover is made. Well, I've got various papers on there. Some of it is handmade paper, and let's see. The cover is handmade paper. I didn't make it, but it's handmade paper. It's pretty thick. I would say it's over 140 pounds if you were to look at watercolor paper. It's really thick. Okay. I'm not done here, obviously. I haven't done the front cover page. I did this when? A couple days ago, I guess. And these cards here are some that Darla sent me, and I just thought they were so cute. And they're postcards. They look, don't they look like they're brand new? But they're from 1954. Those puppies are old. Look brand new. 1954. 1954. Isn't that cool? So anyway, so this is, I guess you can tell, it's a pop-up. So I got just one of the faces, and of course I put one of the fishies on his head, and then that eel kind of thing, I cut the eel in half and put one half of him going this way, and the bottom part of his tail I have him coming this way, and then one of the other fishies on the printout I put on his nose. So I think he looks pretty cool in a fishy kind of way. And you already saw him. I did him a long time ago. And that was that canvas I tore apart that I already had, and I glued it in here. And this is the pop-up that we did. And this is bright. Darla gave me some really cool fabrics that had all of these corals on them. So I kind of cut them up into pieces and glued it on the page. So that's fabric. And then, of course, you had to have some fishies going in there too. So they're all set and ready to go. And this page isn't done yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I might just glue it shut and be done with it. Just might be done with it. And that one's not done yet either. This one's not finished. I have a little more decorating to do on there. Oh, I did this crazy. Oh, his tail. I've got his tail. I haven't put it on there yet, but it has a long tail, and he's going to have it on a little brad so I can swing it up for when the book closes, and when you open him up, his tail will come down, or her tail. I don't know if this is a girl or a guy, but it's a funky fish, whatever it is. And then, you know, the tags with the little mermaids on them, 4 tags. And then the little key fish. And then my that thing we did with the I wasn't sure what to do with it. So Anne gave me an idea of just turning it into like a journaling card. So I'll put some paper in the back, so someone to glue on it or whatever. Put that like that so it won't fall out. And then I got to do the back. And I finished the I'm not going to put it down till it's done because I don't want to mess it all up, but I got the cover with the tin. And what I ended up doing was wrapping some of that trim that we had, wrapped it around her, and used some of the sequins and put them on the leaves, and then cut some of those leaves off and put it on her head with some of the sequins, and then put some of that, what is that? I forgot what that's called, around the waist. I haven't glued her down yet either. And then put the tail on, and it's still flappable. And so I'll figure out how I'm gonna secure that onto the cover. I'm still not even sure about if I'm gonna wire it, I'm gonna screw it on. I'm not sure yet, but it obviously got to be pretty secure. So that'll be that. Whoa. Oh well. Mermaid overboard. Oh, okay. Now that I haven't seen anything that you guys have asked or said or anything. My pages lay flat. They do? I've had to already, you know, from opening them up and everything, I've already had to reinforce them. And I think this one, I think what I'm going to suggest next time, anybody that does one of these, I would get some kind of muslin or something, some kind of fabric, cotton fabric, and maybe cut a strip about maybe 2 inches wide and put it down every single one before you even start. That way, if your paper cracks, it doesn't matter because your fabric's not going to do anything. And you'll be just fine. Like I've been, you know, turning these and working on them and everything. And this one that is empty, this one that's empty, it just, this whole thing right here, it just popped out. Just, you can see, just popped out. And so right now I have some masking tape to hold it on there. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to put a piece of, well, I'm either going to put a piece of cloth there, or I'm just going to say, okay, this book cannot handle any more bulk. I may just glue those together and let that just be a done page. You know what I mean? And this one comes out a little, because of the way it's all wonked out, a little off, and I'll just fill that in with something. So I may just glue that together, and I may even do that with this one. Because, like, see, that one broke also. And I think that's telling me I can't take it anymore. So I might just glue those shut too. And if I do that, then my book's done. I have to finish that page, though. and the tail and all that stuff. So I have finishing work to do, but I think that's what I might do so that I won't cause, because the more bulk we put in, the more stress we're going to put in there. But if you end up doing another one or you haven't done one yet, I would strongly suggest when you decide how many pages you're going to keep and how many you're going to glue together, on each spread, I would put a piece of fabric before I start gluing and painting and everything, and that will really secure your book. Yep, yep, and yep. That's what I would do. Who got their foot hurt? Did you show how many pages you pulled out? No, I didn't. The reason I didn't show you is because I didn't get the full book. The book block was from a different book. Where is the book right now? Oh, it's on the other side. This book block came from a totally different book, and it was half of the block. And so it was already, kind of thin. And to tell you the truth, I don't think I ended up taking any out. I just glued a whole bunch together. And then I started getting too big, and it didn't fit into the original book it was supposed to go into, even though it was like half of the book block. And I just happened to have this cover. And I said, uh-oh, this thing's going to be pretty big. I think I need to put it in a bigger, spine. And so I put it on here. That's why it's kind of wonky here, and it doesn't really, you can tell it really doesn't fit in there. See how? But because of all that space, that's what allows it to lay a little bit flatter, and it fills up, the whole back. So when I do this back here, I think I'm going to fill this up with some paper and stuff to get it kind of stiff. And then I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to glue this in a little, just a tiny bit more in here, and then put some fabric to connect this with that. And I think that'll be pretty strong. And I think it'll work pretty good like that. But I think on the average, you end up taking out, I would say, about at least a quarter to a third of the magazines you take out, pages you take out. And then you glue a lot of them together. Because, like, for instance, this is just to give you an idea, this is a little over a 2-inch, like 2¼ inch spine, all right? And I'm only going to end up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to glue these. 8, 9, 10. Gluing those. 11, 12, 13. I'm only going to end up having 13 spreads out of a 2¼ inch spine. So you figure, you got to take a lot of pages out, and you've got to glue a lot of pages together. I think I glued about maybe 4 pages together before I even started. So that gives you an idea of where to begin. Popo broke a big toe. Who did she kick? Oh, thank you, Kathleen. I love color. Wow, that must hurt. And there's nothing they can do for that, right? I mean, you just gotta, like, keep it straight. Dollar Tree box. Oh, ouch. Owie. See, that's what happens when you break quarantine. I saw that. I saw that picture you showed of the that you were over there with the mermaids. She just could not keep herself away from the mermaids. Oh, that was so funny. Oh, well, what else is going on? Oh, who was I watching? There, after you've been doing, I would say after about maybe 3 years of doing mixed media, I've been doing mixed media for about 4 years, maybe about 4 years. And after that period of time, if you watch YouTube as much as I do, you very very seldom do you find something that you find interesting that you haven't already been exposed to. And oh gosh, who was it? I'm gonna embarrass myself because I can't remember who it was. And I just saw this like 2 days ago. Oh my gosh. Maybe I shouldn't say nothing so I won't embarrass myself. But anyway, she who was doing that? Mm, 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 mm. Anyway, it'll come to me. It always does. It comes to me in a vision. But anyway, oh, what's that? She got oh, it's driving me crazy. Let me think for a second. Speak among yourselves. I want to remember before I go any further. I have to remember or else I'll feel really, really bad. Oh no. Um oh, I remember who it was. Okay. Her name is Lynn. All right. And she has, where's my little card? Where's the little card? Uh-oh. See? Oh, there we go. I should have just turned around me. She has um she has a YouTube channel and it's called A Bit of Songbird. You may have seen her before. Her name is Lynn Hasty, not Hastings. Anyway, and she she makes these really cool journals. She's very um I guess the best way, it's kind of overused, but she's very organic. She really is. I mean, everything she does is very organic. There's no other way to put it. Anyway, um, she had a little tutorial which I had never thought of doing, and she had a bunch of silk flowers, and it had the flowers and the leaves, and she tore them all apart. And she had some leaves that were almost about this size. They were quite large. And she sewed them down on some manila folder or cardstock or something. And she sewed them down and she made tags out of them and put flowers on them and did different things. And I'm sure, somebody, one of you is going to say, "Oh, I've seen that before," but I had never seen it. And I get really excited when I see something that I've never seen before that I like. So what did I do? Well, I went upstairs and found some silk flowers that are just sitting in a bag up in the attic. Oh, anyway. So I went over there and they were full of dust. I sprayed them down and then I sat down over there next to my bunny and I was talking to him and I was taking apart all of these little flowers. And so now I'm going to get some tags. I got some tags right here. And then, if you've got like books that have some kind of gardening, gardening pictures or whatever you've got. You could put it on, on here, and then, get parts of your fun stuff, and, you know, whether you sew or you glue. And look, it just looks so cute. And then when you have your text behind it and you put your little, they were just adorable. But I didn't have any of the big leaves like she did. I mean, the leaf was, I'm not exaggerating, it was probably like to a magnolia tree or something because it was big. And so you didn't see really any of the card. She put that on the whole piece of the manila folder, cut it out, sewed it. It just looked so cool and looked real. It looked real. So anyway, I got excited about that because it was something I hadn't seen before or thought about before, and it just looks so cute. So either try it or go look at her video, how she did hers, and super cute. I really enjoyed it. You never heard of her? You got to go check her out. I just like everything she does, and she puts these little kits together. I shouldn't say kits. Well, I guess so. Yeah, I guess they are kits because, but they're one of a kind. Um, and she'll put, like, for instance, let me go get something. I got one from her. And like when I said she's a very organic artist, even like her kit, when she puts it together, she I was just looking through it earlier, so it's not the way I received it. She puts it together really cute. But she's got a lot of cool stuff. Like in this particular one, it has this calendar from 1952 and a really cool, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And I love the colors in that. So she had that, and then she folds that up, and then in here, she had a bunch of other little stuff, and this is some of the stuff. Oh, and she made this. That came with it. And then she just has a little hodgepodge of everything. I love it because, it's not really dictated by any particular theme, but everything is obviously very vintage and one of a kind and authentic. It's like, this is like real. This isn't the airmail stuff to make it look like airmail. It's real. And some postcards and just a little bit of everything. Like, for instance, if you don't have any supplies and you'd like to make a junk journal, if you just got one of hers and you just, you didn't want a particular theme, it's just full of cute stuff and you'd have it filled up right away. I don't know what these are, but they're adorable. And it's coated inside, like it's meant for something that would be wet. I have no idea what they are, but they're cute. And then this card. I don't know what this is. Yards, fibers, location. I have no idea, but it's cute. I used one of these inside of the journal where I had the little fishy floating up and down. I have no idea what these are, but I'm going to eco dye them. You know that. And a cute napkin. I don't know what this is, but look how cute for my black and white journal. Like little things I can cut out. Oh, I didn't even notice that part. Look at all the stamps I could make. Oh, let's see. Oh, and look, a little piece of wallpaper. Isn't that beautiful? Black and white journal. I better put that over here. I already know where that's going. Okay. Next week. And this comes from, I don't know what. It looks kind of oldie. So this is probably, 50s also. Some kind of little date calendar. No date on it. And then some paper doilies. And, a note. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. Lynn, look. Oh, that's another one. Oh, 67. And this looks like it was to some kind of a blueprint. There's some of that. Oh, and I love these. Okay, guys. You know, any of you guys that got the bark cloth thing, not identical to this, but the concept of cutting a small piece out and putting it on either a piece of fabric or a piece of paper. And my idea, this is my idea, you don't have to do it, but it'd be fun if we did do it together. I thought because that fabric is so specialized for a certain time and a certain era and a look, I thought it'd be cool if we made up a fake portfolio and each of us were a designer. And these were the fabrics that we were commissioned to use for certain either curtains or upholstery or something, but they were all famous people at famous places because we were a high-end decorator, and so the best of the best. We got, people heard about us and they all wanted our stuff. So then what we would do in our fake journal, our fake portfolio, we'd get some of the fabric, we'd put it down, and then we'd write a story that, because this was all during that was stuff was popular during the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So right next to it, we put down there that we made those curtains for Frank Sinatra over, in Palm Springs and stuff like that. And I think that'd be a cool journal to do with that fabric. I know you people are saying, "What am I going to do with this fabric?" I'm telling you, that would be a fun journal to make. And then you put like, cut out things that look like it came from a newspaper and put it there, a portfolio of your work, your fake work that you did for all these famous people with this famous fabric. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And I think it would be fun. Okay, so this looks like it came out of some kind of a book or something for stained glass. Very cool. I love that. It's already nice colors for you. Death of a Salesman. Now, where was this and what was the year? I may have done the drapes for oh, this looks like the right era. They're smoking. Yes, I think. Oh, how cute. Oh yeah, this is 50s. Okay, so I'm thinking this is the playbill that I'm going to put in my new journal from when I was the set director for Death of a Salesman, and we used some bark cloth. There you go. See, you just gotta let your mind go. I know, mine's been gone a long time. A Mystery of Life and Arts. Okay, what else in here? Ooh, cool orange paper. I haven't figured out what kind of paper this is. It's pretty cool. I don't know what it is, but I like it. And I really like the color of this folder. And then here is some map stuff. Cool map stuff. More map stuff. And then, oh, see, look. So you can make your card, your glue that stuff down. So you glue your stuff down like that. And then, oh, look how cute. You got the picture and the real thing. Well, the real fake thing. So you got some of that in there. Oh, what is a cuckoo chain? Should have sent that to Susan. Okay. So anyway, some more fun stuff. Ooh, I'm going to use these for my tags. Oh. Okay, you ladies that live in the southern part. Oh, hello. Look how cool. Very cool. Those of you that live in the southern part of the United States, I know these are weeds. I know they're a mess, but oh, do they die really beautifully. I have let mine go to seed here in my little area here next to my studio, and they're already like about 3 feet tall. I don't have any of the berries yet, but the plant's about 3 feet tall, which means I'm going to have lots of berries to be, don't eat them. They're poisonous. But they die really nice, and you'll die if you eat them. Oh, look at that cute. Oh, my Busta looks a little bit like that kind of a mutt, my small dog. Someday I got to tell you my Busta story. He was a feral dog, puppy. We rescued him. Literally, we rescued him from the railroad tracks. He's got one of those stories. Aww. Oh, and these would look cool too with the flowers. Oh, frogs. Look how cool. Oh, bugs. She knows I like bugs. But anyway, as you can tell, there's not a theme, but there's kind of a theme. And the theme is really cool old stuff. Really cool old stuff. I like her taste. The things she picks out. Because, sometimes you get stuff and you don't like everything. And I've gotten from her before, and I like everything. Chickens. And then I think it kind of helps when the person knows you too, Look at that. That's got to go on my back and forth. It's not fitting in my box. Okay, there it goes. Oh, look at that. She knows how much I like Asian stuff. Oh, these are calendars. Oh, pretty. That's pretty too. Ooh, see? The doorway like that. Even though that's not what it is, I like it. Oh, that guy just needs a fish's head. I wonder if it fits in my book. Oh, we'll try. That might be my one of my last pages. Ta-da! And then this too. What year is this? 81. So it's got a lot of cool stuff in there. But anyway, ooh, I like that design. Oh, Popo. Where'd it go? I lost it. There was a big toe. Oh. Oh, look at these insects, all these bugs. Very cool. See more Asian stuff. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. I think another journal I want to do is, an off-white one with really light shades of beige. I did one before, and you would think, just like, kind of like this color, you would think just like black and white that, it'd be kind of boring. When I first started doing my first black and white, when I go, oh man, it might be kind of boring, but it's like one of my favorites to repeat over and over again because black and white photography is just, it's drama is what it is. And it just looks so cool. And surprisingly, oh, and this too, she made that. And surprisingly, the cream one comes out really nice. So if black and white is not your thing, and it's not for everybody, I did this one a while back. I'll share it with you real quick. So if you're wondering about colors you might want to play with your glue book, I mean, if you want to follow a theme, not everybody wants to, but you just start tearing things out of magazines that have those tans and cream colors. And as you can tell, I like the architecture. And see, and here's the theme. Here's the theme again. I don't know if you guys get it. And it was this is the funny thing. I didn't recognize that I did this until I had finished like 3 or 4 different glue books. And then when I went through them, every single page, I could make a story out of it. I didn't know it at the time. And so now I make sure that it tells the story. I don't let it just kind of happen. But like, for instance, this one. Here's a farm. What do you do with the farm? You grow vegetables and you grow livestock. And so here's the farm, here's the food, and here's the pig, right? I mean, that's just what I did. And I put an R. I figured that's like branding, my name, my first name. And then here is it shows north, east, west, and all this. But I saw all these little numbers around here. It reminded me of the the knob on the oven, when you cook. So hello, hello, hello. Yeah, anyway. So you get the idea. Oh, it's kind of crazy. But anyway, back to the color theme. You don't have to have a story, but the colors are fun. And this tree I accidentally put upside down that page. So it's an upside down tree, but I thought it was kind of cool. I love those kind of dogs. Woo! Mommy! Anyway, so if you want to follow color theme, that's a nice one. If you're not into lots of color, and what was another one I was surprised by? Oh, I never liked pink. I never liked pink, and I thought, okay, well, let me try pink one. And I just started collecting pink stuff, and I actually like this one a lot. And I didn't think I liked pink. I still would. It wouldn't be on my top list, But on my top list of glue books is my pink one. And I think for those that have never like done just a glue book, I think picking a color really helps because when you have too many options, you don't know what to do. Where do I begin? Where do I start? What do I put the first thing on there? And if you've already chosen a color, it's really simple. Oh, I've got green. Okay, let's put the green down. And you're all set to go because you don't have to think about it. Don't throw up. Popo's starting to like pink. She's not letting on about it, but she's really starting to like it. When I went upstairs to go get my flowers, I found this thing. It was just sitting up there, and I had used it for some kind of painting projects, and it's a mess. But I thought, it still works. I can cut on it. I can paint on it. I can mess this all up. So it's up here now, and I can use my rotary thing on it if I have to. The things I find up there. I'd like to do orange, but I haven't seen much. Well, I just happen to have an orange one. I take requests. I found a bunch of cool orange stuff. Oops. And some I have not glued down yet. You name a color, I probably have one. Oops, gotta glue those down. Oops. There we go. She's so cute. Orange. Ow. And what I found interesting when you're looking in magazines for stuff, it's really hard to find blue. It took me forever to do my blue one because you don't find too many things that's predominantly blue. And I never really fully appreciated that until I started to make the lighter blue, like the turquoisey aqua kind of color. You find a lot of those colors, but it's really hard to find the darker blue. This was the hardest one to collect for. Anyway. Blue-footed boobies. That's right. They are pretty cool. Yeah, I have how many? I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 10, 11 different colors, I guess. Maybe I have one. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I got 10. 10 different colors. What else, ladies? Are we done? Are we done for the evening? What time is it? Oh, it's midnight. I think I'm going to put a couple of packages together on flat rate envelopes. Pack them as much as I can of the past what 4 kits, all the like leftovers, scraps, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just gonna charge for the shipping, and I'm gonna, and whoever wants those, I'm gonna start compiling those up. If someone thinks he might be interested in it, contact me. That'd be like about, I forget what those. I'm not putting in the box. I'm putting it in those. I found out that if you get those the legal size long ones that's just made out of like the real flimsy cardboard, you can get more stuff in those than if you put them in the padded one. I really packed that stuff in there. So, and I think those now are like, I don't know. I got to double check. They went up. I think they're like $8 or something. And so I'm going to fill those up of the different ones that we've done. And whoever's interested can let me know. She deserted the nest. What kind of a mommy is that? Fill them up with what? I'm filling them up with all my leftovers from each caboodle kit. Because I don't like throwing things away. And a lot of the stuff is scraps. Some of them, like if I had a a print out of something, and maybe I only took out one little corner of one of the fish or something, I have the rest of the print out, stuff like that. With the Frida one, I've got some of the fabrics, I've got some of the printouts, just a little bit of hodgepodge of everything that's left over between the stuff I used on my personal ones that I made and the kits that I put together. I may have printed more of one thing than the other, so that meant I had some left over and stuff like that. Yes, I do have yours, Susan. It's called Betty, isn't it? Isn't that your credit card name? Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, outside of one of my windows every year, except for this year, they weren't able to because we trimmed down that bush. The bush had turned into a tree, and so we trimmed it back. So they're not there this year. But every year she's had babies there. And at least, she'd have like about 4, whoever was nesting there that particular year, have about 4 babies. So cute to watch them. Oh, okay. Betty buys every other month. Okay. Okay. So I guess I need to charge Susan every other month. Well, if it's been 3 days, now were they already hatched or they were still in the egg? Or, yeah. Hey, man. Watch it, Susan. Before I let you guys go, let me show you my latest eco guide. Oh, I was so excited. I did it all day yesterday. I did a really, really pale indigo. I mean, as little as I could put, and it came out pretty cool. So it came out like this color. So I have a bunch done with the white and light indigo as opposed to, remember last time I did it with really, really dark. So these came out pretty cool. And I use everything. This is like some kind of file folder thing with, I forget where I got that. But this it was plastic coating. So it picked up the real indigo color as opposed to, I don't know, it's sort of like it concentrated there and it got really, really blue. It was so funny how that worked out. And this was yellow when it started off. So in there you can see how it picked up all the really blue on the corner there. So anyway, so those were a lot of fun. I got those done. And then these were a lot of fun. Oh, look at that. Look at that. How pretty. I swear, I get excited every time I do this. I'm glad I enjoy it because it's a lot of work. So I'm really happy I enjoy doing it, or else like, whoa. Oh, look at that. Almost looks like a lily pad, doesn't it? I mean, it's not, but yikes. There's a folder, file folder. Anyway, oh, look at that. Oh, now see that? What is that? Can anybody guess? Bing, 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 bing. What do you think that is? You gardening people. Bumblebee. You guys are vicious. Don't boil bees. I just whack wasps. That's about it. You guys are so bad. No, that was a fuchsia. Can you see the fuchsia like it's hanging? That's a fuchsia. And I use different kinds of papers. I like how that came out. I like that one. Well, I like them all. What can I say? I'm prejudiced. Ugh, fuck. That looks fake. That was fun. Those are fun. And I did some I did one watercolor. Oopsie. Oopsie, I dropped some stuff. And then I did those. And I love these. Because it looks like, to me, it looks like metal. It looks like copper and then, you know, some tarnished silver or something. I really like how these came out. These are some weeds I found in the alley. And I like the shape they made. That's that same weed. Oh, there was another one of those. There was another bumblebee. Oh, and these were a bluish green color when they started off. You can kind of see the color right there, the original color. There's another one. There's another one. These stores better hurry up and open because I'm running out of paper and I'm not about to pay full price. I only buy 40% off because these papers are not cheap. You know, full price. My husband goes, after you buy the paper and all the work you do and all the gas you waste, how much are you actually making off your papers? And I go, I said, how much does any artist make? Nothing. They're lucky if they break even. And there's that blue again. That's pretty much the color right there. Look how cool that one came out. And then just some more of the same colors. There's that weed. I just love how that little weed came out. I don't know why I like it so much. Oh, there's a bumblebee again. There's another one. There's another one. I went kind of crazy on this batch. 2 more. I think that was one too. So you guys are going to become experts now, noticing what plant is what. You know now which are the weeds and which are the fuchsias. Ta-da! They were fun. They were all fun to do. But I was tired. I was really pooped yesterday. End of the day, it was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, so are we ready to say goodnight? No eco dine unless it is right. Exactly. Yeah, I don't go around with poison stuff. I guess lots of rain means, oh yeah. The oval leaves. Yeah, those oval leaves, the ones that look like what I call lily pads. They are from a sweet gum. No. I take that back. Not sweet gum tree. Those are from redbud tree. They print really nice. Yeah, if you boil outside, you guys, it doesn't matter if it's poisonous. Just don't inhale it. Don't inhale and don't eat. Just boil. I do mine inside because I have the studio, but my husband put in a really strong exhaust fan right there by the stove. And, I just open up the windows. And plus, I pretty much do stuff that's in my yard now. I've planted things that I know that I like to print with, and I don't have anything that is poisonous. So around here, there's 2 different kinds of sumac, and I know the one that is up in the northeast, that is poisonous, almost like poison ivy, and poison oak. But the sumac that grows down here, it's not poison. It's a different kind, and it prints beautifully. So if any of you have that available, it's really cool to print with. Yeah, redbuds print really, really well. The sumac prints really, really good. Let's see, the oaks, really any kind of a nut tree, if you've got like walnuts or pecans, they have a lot of tannin in them, so they print really well. What else? The what is that called? What is that called? The Chinese maple? Is that what it's called? Eek. Yeah, Janice, that's what I read. That sumac is really, really bad. Fortunately, it doesn't grow around here, so I'm happy about that. Because when I was very, very first starting, I was reading about it, and I heard a lot of ladies talking about sumac. And I looked it up, and it was like all poisonous, And so I wrote them. I said, "Wait a minute," and then they explained to me the 2 different kinds, and and where it grows and what it looks like, and it looks completely different. So I was happy that, yeah, Japanese maple, they print really cool if you've got that around. I don't know yet. I don't know yet, Susan. I've been told the fig does quite well. I'm waiting. Yeah, Japanese maple. Whoever's got those. Um, and of course, regular maples, but the Japanese maple, for whatever reason, it's more rich in tannin, and it prints really, really nice. And what else? Um, if you're on the if you're on the West Coast, eucalyptus prints really, really well. Mm, there's this one plant. It's not a tree. It's just a little bush. I can't remember how you pronounce it. Can't remember how you spell it too much either. It's like Hueu, anyway, Huer, your, I can't remember how, but the leaves, well, depends how old the bush is, but the leaves are about, I would say about like that. And they also are a red color. They almost look like the same color as the Japanese maple, only the color, not how the leaf looks. And the edges of the leaves are kind of ruffled like. Does anybody know what that is? Good night, Elizabeth. Thank you for keeping us company. Janice, I don't know anything about plum trees, but don't go by the color of the leaf because a lot of things that have color, they don't even print. No, it's not that. It's not that. It starts with an H. If that's what you're talking about there, Susan. Mandina, I don't know what that is. So even though we're talking about the Japanese maple, it doesn't print because of its color. It prints because of the tannin that's inside of the plant itself. There's other plants that are totally green leaves that are rich in tannin, and they print really beautifully. So it's kind of deceptive. The exterior of the plant, it doesn't necessarily translate, you know. So that's why it takes a lot of just practicing with the plants that are in your area, and see what happens, because a lot of plants I've never tried because they don't grow right where I am, and then vice versa, other people, have tried things that I've never even heard of. But hydrangea, well, this maybe it was the batch I just took back. Let me go get the one I just took back. It's getting hot in here again. These right here are hydrangea leaves. The leaves, not the flower. And that's a hydrangea leaf. Those are hydrangea leaves. So they print pretty cool. Hydrangea leaves. Hydrangea leaves. Another hydrangea leaf. Now that's the red bud. That's the red bud right there. You can tell I went kind of crazy on the hydrangeas that day. And that's hydrangea, and that's a red bud. And these are weeds. Some weeds work, some weeds don't. And that's another red bud. And this is a what kind of flower is that? Trying to remember. Very common. I just can't think of the name right now. I'm going blank. I'm losing it, people. I wonder about magnolias. I have, okay. My magnolia leaves, I don't do anything. Don't do anything. But there's a lot of different kinds of magnolias. Now, the house next door to me has a big giant magnolia tree, the one that gives the big white flowers. It doesn't do anything. I have two trees that give those purple flowers that they call orchid tree down here, but it's a magnolia family. And only in the fall, I guess the tannin has built up in the leaves. In the fall, the leaves will print. They don't print any other time. I've done them in spring and summer, nothing. But then in the fall, they'll print. So that's the thing about eco printing. If you get into it seriously, you need to get like a little journal going and put down everything you printed, what time of the year you printed them. Did they print? Did they not? Try every season because the composition of the plant changes throughout the seasons. And so just because it doesn't print for you in the springtime, it does not mean it won't print in the summer. And just because it prints in the summer doesn't mean it'll print in the fall or the spring. So you got to be pretty committed. If you really want to develop it as an art, if you just want to do it once or twice, you don't really care. Well, it doesn't really matter. But if you're serious about it, you need to like get yourself a little like a diary little thing to write everything down so you don't get all confused. And then, what you end up using in the water and what you don't each time. You got to have a lot of different configurations and, you can kind of get crazy on it. You can get a little crazy. See, you need one of these to keep all your info in. And then you don't let anybody see inside. Okay, Jennifer, thank you for coming by. Yeah, this was a project that went wrong, and I love doing things with my projects that go wrong. I got some fabric. I forgot what it was, and I had never attempted to eco print fabric. This was my first attempt, and obviously I did everything wrong, and it just put some like little marks on it. It didn't really do anything. And so I thought, oh, what am I going to do with that? And at the same time, I'm realizing, okay, I need to get a little book so that I can put in, my recipes and my stuff and, what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and all that stuff. And so I just got the fabric and made this little book and printed on it. So it's my eco printing recipe journal. Just let me, wait a minute, Jennifer. I think I have some on your pile already. Hold on. I think you already ordered some. Let me see your pile before I say anything. Oh no, you got the indigo one. Yeah, Jennifer, you don't have any of the. You only have the indigo one. Let me know. Nope, no safe, but yeah, I got these. And these papers in here was my first attempt at printing that went bad. See, these didn't print at all. So I didn't want to throw them away. So that's what the pages of this are. So this are, anyway, you know what I mean. So I didn't let anything go to waste. And what I did is I put on here what I used. And there was these herbs and some dried ones and some regular ones. And I had read somewhere that this it's used with Asian cooking, but it's called cat's claw, but it's not. Don't freak out now. And it's kind of woody. And so I tried printing with that, and it just did that. It didn't do what I thought it was going to do. And this is wormwood that I used on here. It didn't do anything, but it's because I didn't know what I was doing. You know, if I were to use it now, I could probably do something with it. And this was sage. Look, it was a failure, but it's a good little reminder, of, what I did when I started and, what I've learned since then. So I'm really glad that I saved the mistake of the fabric. I saved the mistake of the papers and turned it into my journal. And I'm really happy about that. I don't know what I am doing. What are you talking about, Lucy? But are you happy? If you're happy with your results, then you're happy. There's some good cooks out there that make really good food, and they would tell you, I don't know what I'm doing. I just throw it together. But everybody loves their cooking. So I don't think it matters if you know what you're doing as long as you're happy with the results. That's all that counts. Yep, she's happy. So I think next week is going to be hot. Well, it was already hot today. I got to double check. If it's hot tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some resting. I have all my yummy rusty things that have been resting all winter long out there in the elements, and they are just saying, cook me, cook me, cook me. So I think that's what I might be doing tomorrow. I've got some plans for. I have to think way ahead for the kids, and I've got some pretty yummy plans for a few, and toward a couple of months from now. So I got to do a lot of prep work for them, and I think they'll be fun. Tomorrow, 61, rain. Uh-oh. I want to try the rust paper. Yeah. Do you have a rust garden? Do you already have your rusty supplies? My stuff's this past winter was the second year that they've been out there. So as soon as I use them for whatever I use them, I throw them right back out. One thing wasn't too stable, and I went to go look at it, and I touched it, and it just crumbled. It was like, uh-oh, left that one out a little too long. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, whenever I do my rusty fabric, um, when I rinse it out, I save all that water and I use that for various things too. So I've got a couple of jugs of that from last year, actually. Oh yeah, I got a nice little. Let me show you what I'm. Just so you know what we're talking about. You ladies are going. What are they talking about? Okay, where is mine? Okay. It's gonna be. I gotta open and close it really fast so I don't pass out. Woo! Rusty water. I've got about 5 of those. It smells like rust. It smells like rust, and if I put my nose over it, it would make the inside of my nose tingle. My husband comes over here sometimes and he goes, "What is going on now?" Because he sees pots boiling and steam going and fans going, and oh, he thinks it's like a mad scientist over here. And then sometimes he'll come in when I'm working with my shellac, and and he thinks it stinks. I don't even smell it. I mean, I don't smell it. And he'll come and go, "Oh, what are you doing in here? It's so strong. It stinks." And my response is, I don't smell nothing. If it bothers you, you can leave. I don't, because I don't smell it. It doesn't bother me unless it's already burnt up my nose. I don't know. Is that sanitary? What are you talking about? Is it sanitary? I'm not eating it. Sanitary. What the heck does that mean? Susan, what do you mean? Well, I don't bathe with it. I don't drink it. I don't even touch it. So I guess I'm safe. The next thing, you ladies that haven't tried this before, how many of you are newbies to this? It's been around forever. but you may be new. Do you know what to do with these? I never thought of that. Okay, some of you have it, but haven't used it. Some of you never heard of it. She's got it, and she's got the National Geographics. You're only one state away. You watch it. Now we border each other. What are we talking about? Someone stole them. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for those of you that don't know or have been afraid to try, maybe we should do this together someday. But it has to be during the daytime, so we can throw them outside to dry. And I actually like the smell of this. Other people don't like the smell. It's a natural smell. It smells like oranges. I'm not really sure why some people don't like it. It's a natural product. And I can't find this for sale anywhere where I live. I have to get it. Oops, I can't even open it. I have to get this online, so it's expensive. If you can get it locally, it's probably a lot cheaper. Oh well. I guess I'll open. Oh, whoops. Smell it? It just smells like oranges. And I guess some people, that acid in the orange, it bothers their nose or something. But that's all it smells like. I mean, they sell sprays, deodorant type sprays with natural, you know, natural orange oil in it. But anyway, sniffing. I sniffed it. I like the way it smells. Yeah, I think I got mine through Amazon too. I don't have gloves and they are not. You don't need gloves. Not every, I mean, if your hands are sensitive, um, uh, it really shouldn't bother you. Seriously, it shouldn't bother you. Um, so I wouldn't worry about that. Some people put the gloves on just because of the smell, but it's not going to bother you unless you're a child. Don't let children drink it. But you don't really have to touch it that much anyway. You can squirt it on. You can brush it on. You don't literally have to touch this at all if you don't want to. And you can pick up the papers with tongs or something and lay them out in the yard. You don't have to touch nothing if you don't want to. But basically, for those of you that haven't seen what it does, go to Pinterest and look up citrusol, and it will show you a bunch of pictures. And what it does is it dilutes, I guess that would be the right term to put, dilutes the ink on the pages of certain magazines. The best one to use is the National Geographic, and it's because of the quality of the ink that they use in their printing and the type of paper that they use. Between those two things, or these three things, when you put citrusol on there, it immediately starts a reaction to the ink, and it basically turns it back into, its liquid form. And when you put it on, like say you get 2 pages, right? Say this is a National Geographic and these are 2 separate pages. You squirt it on, you go like that, and within a matter of moments, you tear them apart, you put them outside. And the ink has just really started a lot of really cool movement, really cool designs, and they're just beautiful pages to use in collage and backgrounds, or using the whole page to create a journal for a background of, whatever you want to do with the things. But it's just a really cool effect, really pretty colors. You never know what it's going to end up looking like. And it's just one of those fun things that everyone should try at least one time. So, excuse me, I'm thirsty still. So, anyway, that would be something that you guys would have fun with if you haven't done it. And if you haven't done it in a long time, it might be fun to do it again. I haven't done it in a long time. I mean, a long time. It's like one of the first things I did when I got involved in mixed media. So it's been about maybe 3-4 years since I've done it. And it's fast. It's really fast. And if you want to watch somebody who's entertaining and informative, go punch in on YouTube Shannon Green / Citrusol. You will just be laughing the whole time. I have tried using Amazon solvent slow. I know you got to watch what you tell Colleen, because before you know it, she's already doing it. Had to power wash the oh. Well, somebody was telling me, they said, I could not stop laughing. And don't get mad at me, Colleen. But somebody was saying about, oh no, Colleen, she went and did all this the cyanotype stuff, So are you still gonna do the cyanotype? Because she already did it. And I said, of course I'm gonna do it. She did a perfect intro. I'm gonna tell everybody to go and watch her video, and that is how you don't do it. And then you're gonna come over to me, and then I'm gonna show you how you really do it. I said, no problem. It worked out perfectly. Dollar Tree brand. What Dollar Tree brand? There's a Dollar Tree brand of this stuff? What's it called? Amazing Solvent is what it's called? What? And does it work the same? Huh. If it works the same, that would be fantastic. But slowly. Oh, slowly. Huh? Slowly what, Susan? Slow. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I wish we could talk instead of read. I don't know what you guys are saying half the time. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have to try it. Dissolves the ink slowly. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay if you save the money, because I forget what this cost me. It was not cheap. Um, I'm thinking this was something like what, $13, $14? Awesome. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is expensive. And what's it really for? It's for cleaning wood, linoleum, tile, formica, washable fabrics, upholstery, carpets, brick, stone, patio, ovens. Oh, so this is okay. So Colleen, you did it all wrong. You should have did the cyanotite, then done the citrusol, and then done the power wash because this cleans. Um, yeah, brick, stone, patio works. So it would have done your concrete too. There you go. You just got to do things in the right order when you make a mess. Ah, $27. Oh, this is an 8 ounce. So yeah, I probably paid about half. I paid about 13 or 14 bucks for that. I remember it wasn't cheap. Oh, if it's for six something, that's good. Not when I bought it. I bought this probably about a year ago. I still haven't used it. Oh my goodness. That's a good price, you guys. Run right now, everybody. If they have the 8 ounce for $6, I think I paid twice as much. Run, everybody, run. Oh, yeah, you got to buy the concentrated one. Make sure it says concentrated. That's very, very important. That one at the Dollar Tree, it probably just isn't concentrated. That's why it takes a little bit longer. Because see, this says this makes over 11 gallons. That's how concentrated this is. So make sure that $6 one is concentrated. If it is, go buy it. Everybody, quick. I bet, Arlene. Pretty cool. Well, ladies, it's going to be 1 o'clock where I live, and I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow, but I know I'm going to have a big day because all I did was goof off all day long today because I was pooped from yesterday. I just played the whole day. I just played. Only thing serious I did was in between playing, I did some laundry and cooked supper. That was it. And played with my bunny. I went and played with my bunny, and that's about it. Had fun. It was good to take the day off and not really do anything that you had to do. I just did what I wanted to do. Citrusol, natural cleaner, 8 ounce. There you go, ladies. Susan found it. What? The bottle says, yeah. Yep. 11 gallons right here. That's it. That's the one to get. Yeah, exactly, Suzanne. That's what happens. Things are pretty cheap, and then they find out a whole other community uses it for something else, and bing, and the prices go up. I mean, it's just a cleaner, household cleaner. 59 in Canada. I wonder what it would cost to mail this. It can't cost, well, yeah, it probably does cost a lot to mail it. It's heavy. 8 ounces. So 8 ounces, it probably costs about 20. It's still cheaper though. I think for 8 ounces, it would cost, I'm trying to think, 8 ounces. I think it's $18. I think it's $18. So 18 plus the 6. It's still really super cheap compared to 59 bucks. I wonder if you could find it at your stores though up there cheaper. Probably not. If they're charging that much, it's because you can't get it up there. Susan, you come up with some pretty good ideas. Oh, then you're all set. Oh, here's my words I lost. I lost some of them. There they are. I gotta go put them in my pile. I can't lose my stuff. Everything's very important. Oh, and I found a whole bunch of um stencils that I forgot I had next door. Oh my goodness. So I got to play with those next time I play with my jelly plate, and I'll be happy. All right, ladies, you have a good evening. Happy shopping if you decide to buy some citrusol. And maybe we'll play with that someday whenever you guys want to during the daytime. And if not someone else's stream or something, I will see you this coming Wednesday, which is what's this coming Wednesday is the 6th. I will see you on the 6th at 7 p.m. Central Time to discuss how we're going to grunge up our papers for our industrial kit before we actually start the kit the following Wednesday. Okay? All right, thanks a lot for keeping me company. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys then. Good night. Thank you.